Ah, hello, good morning and good afternoon and good evening to you all wherever you are joining me at this hour. Thanks to you again for your time. Welcome to 34th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, as usual, before we go into the market situation, we want to look at what is happening. This is how we do it on this platform. I will tell you that things has happened in the last 1 month of Ukraine and Russia war that are kind of driven the ongoing market volatility and also changes in central banks of the world monetary policy. As you can see, adjustment in one country or the other because of what inflation, due to what rising inflation that is being driven by high price of commodity, the war that is going on in Russia because most of the commodity being used by nearly everybody is most of them come from this East Europe, and that has affected the price of crude oil oscillating up and down. All these are what the CBN of the world or different central banks are trying to manage because if care is not taken, this might lead to what global recession. But we believe that as they are taking this action, we're likely to see what some improvement going into the future if peace reign in these two countries in no distance time. That will also help the market as to speak. Like as usual, this is the time, I would say, this is the very time for every investor or trader to play with stop loss and what and other technical tools to manage risk in the changing investment environment, especially back home here in Nigeria as the election year approaches, knowing that this is the pre-election year and there are some risk associated with election and also preparation for election. That means investor in this part of the world, especially Nigeria, we need to also apply a lot of what technical tools to manage your risk and at the same time understand the market where you are playing so that it will go a long way to help you to manage your portfolio and also your investable capital. Yes, we can see that oil price continue to oscillate, and this oil price is part of the factor that are driving this global inflation and even domestic from different economies of the world. We are seeing inflation on that side. A lot of oil related what high cost. You can see energy price here and there has gone up, and that's also affecting the economy. As I said, oil price has been kind of forecast by many analysts in the commodity market that this price of oil will hit $200 before the end of 2022. But as we speak now, there's a kind of a pullback in oil price due to ongoing energy talk in Europe as we speak because US and some other allies are trying to come together to make sure that they provide this oil for Europeans, and that has also kind of weighed the price down. But as we speak now, stock the price is around trading above $100, around 110, 115 this hour. It tells you that these are the major factors, and don't forget that as this factor is driving oil related energies and all those costs, which is affecting also the production lines and making price of goods to go up, is not done on investors or traders in the market to look at which sector, which companies that in all this will be able to pass even this high cost of production to their customer, and the demand of their product will still be high, and that is how to invest. And also don't forget that at this period that we are seeing inflation ticking up, it's expected that some luxury and expensive goods also the demand will drop. What we want to go for alternative as we speak now. This will change the kind of consumption we expect to see in the market, the pattern, consumer pattern. That also you as an investor, you want to look at the line of company that your portfolio is involved. Check your portfolio, the kind of company, let me say, understand the business model behind every number you are seeing. If the business model support the number of the company, it tells you that yes, all the nature of their service also support the number. These are where to be. That is why, I will also encourage you. Today is the last session for the day, but we are looking ahead to see next week. And also by next Saturday, will be not this one, the upper Saturday, April 2nd, we'll be gathering also through Zoom anywhere in the world. I'm happy that people in Australia, people in Germany, Russia, and South Korea, you can see them registering online for the trade so that you can take advantage of the market. Yes, we know also pre-election here in Nigeria here, we know that there's about to be that time of kind of liquidity uptick also because when the politicians are also preparing for election, they are about to spend money. Also, they are also about to sell some of their investment to prepare, and some also want to pick investment. You need to balance and say what kind of liquidity are we spending in the market in this period. Now that we're seeing an uptick in inflation, those in the fixed income market are speaking out, they are confused because the mistrend in the fixed income market is also trying to for me it's going to support flow of funds out of that market to equity market, especially as they are seeing also they themselves are seeing that the pressure on inflation will continue because of what high cost energy related that's going to influence the production line, and that also help you to know that my likely see fund in our own market in equity market. Yes, market pulled back yesterday as I speak, but that should not send planning to you. Just use this this venue as having the master class or the opportunity of the master class to know the kind of status that you should position to kind of play edge against inflation, and also take a lower risk to earn consistent income in the market, despite that the market was delayed in the many part of the year. I'm telling you, for 1 month now, I've seen what Russia and Ukraine thing has done to the global economy, to the global market, and also, but here in Nigeria, because the particular market, because this is our election year, this trend we're seeing will likely to continue. But there's also opportunity in this trend for you to make money. But for you to be designed enough and get the right stock to buy at the right time and take position ahead of information, ahead of anything that when it comes to hit you in the new stock. That's why after every master class we'll have a 91 days windows for investors that participate in that program to always take advantage, because we're going to give 5 hot stocks and others that they can take advantage of it and position before another person, and that is how to invest, because at the end of the day investment to the bank. Yes, before I go further, yesterday I was talking about how to use the what we call ADS. If you remember ADS, I want to quickly go to that thing today before we go to the state of the market, because I've seen that the ADS is going to help you, especially our market was seeing that things are changing, but you need to understand where the market is going. Once you're able to get that, you're able to also take advantage of the market as you speak. Once you understand it, it's a good way of also playing the market at any given time. You can see this what I'm seeing here now. If you are with me, you can see the line the chart that I just displayed. If you remember what I said yesterday, just to add to it this morning before we go into knowing the state of the market and also look at individual stocks. I said earlier that this line here is the what we call the ADS line. The green one here is called the D plus, and while the red one is called the what? The D negative. And that negative D or D minus D1 or plus D1. The plus D1 is the one up, while minus D1 is one down. While the ADS, which the blue line tells you where the market, where the price will be moving to. When you see the ADS, like I said yesterday, when we are looking at this indicator, we want to look at where is the ADS, the green one and the red one. Once you see the green one crossing the red one up, it's a sign. And at the same time, you can see that then you see a change in ADS. You can see what happened here and here. You can see when this one crossed down here, you can see what happened again. You want to look at where they cross each other. If you understand how they cross each other, that is give you another way of investing. This is a day chart. Say each of the chart, each of the I'm not using a kind of candlestick, but I'm going to use each of the chart represent the price movement of either a week or a day or a month, as I said earlier. As the D1 head up and move further away from the blue line, and both rise above the red line, it suggests that it's bullish and strength that could also continue to grow. You see, when both the green line and the blue line is above the red line, you can see it here now. You see green line here and the blue line is above the red line. It's a sign. But now we're seeing that reverse is becoming the case here now. You can see now we're having the red line on top and we're seeing the green line below. What does it mean? Let's go on, so that at the end of the day you understand before we go to the state of the market. If price, if okay, that suggests that that strength could have continued to progress, especially once the blue line starts to turn up. If price continue to rise, the ADS, which is the black, which is the green, the blue line here, which you are seeing there, the ADS, which is the blue line, will continue to turn to head up. It implies that strength will continue to support the trade. If ADS is heading up, it means it is what? It's supporting the bullish up direction. The bullish up direction. The opposite is the truth. If the D1 line head up to cross that is the plus D line, this suggests a bearish strength and a climb in price. If the ADS now head up, why the red line, which is the negative D1, which is the red line you are seeing here, is on top, it is what is saying or suggesting strength is what is building into the down trend, into the downtrend, or the down direction. Once this is done, it's a sign that all is not well, but you can still be managing it and be watching. Looking at this chart now, or looking at this indicator as we speak now, you can see here that the pattern looks like it may be ready for a change, into a bearish situation, which you can see that we've already seen the red D1 on top of what the ADS, while the green one, which is D plus, is down, and you are seeing, and you see it's coming down. Once it comes down and they cross each other, and this one is to confirm a decline. And also you can see that the market, as we speak, as at yesterday, also has broken down the 47,000 mark, which we're going to discuss when we come to live class. I'm trying to just explain this to you so that it will guide you how to use what your ADS. ADS tells you whether there is strength behind the trend or there's no strength. When you see a strength that is behind the trend, it gives you an kind of encouragement or kind of idea that you should hold that this trend is going to go far. That is why you use different indicators to confirm where the market is heading to. That is why I had to bring this up now. But quickly go to live chart. We will go to live chart to discuss what we have for the day. This is the live chart as we speak. This is the market as we speak now. As we speak, this is the market situation. But before I start giving you the chart position, I want to look at the state of the market in terms of where the market stands as we speak now. As we speak now, market has turned positive, looking green, but marginal green. Marginal green as we speak now. Marginal green as we speak. It tells you that investors are trying to come back, taking advantage of the pullback they saw in the market yesterday, knowing that the market has struggled for this one, but breaking down the 47,000 mark, which I said it gives you a decline position of the market, a decline phase of the market. But as we speak now, market has gone back to 0.02% in green, and that's about the market is up marginally by 1.66 basic point. Tells you that market is trying to resist decline, but until it cross this 47,000 back again, today we don't say yes. But don't forget, this is the first breakout since February 2nd. Market have been on a consolidation stage, up and down, remaining in that consolidation stage for almost more than a month now. But seeing it now that it's breaking down, for the first time since February 2nd, it also gives you an insight what is happening in the market and what we're looking at being at the peak of any season, and we're looking at the end of the quarter, we'll be dressing ahead, and also expecting them as more companies are releasing their close period for first quarter results that come in April. And also we expect that more corporate action in terms of dividend and announcement, or recommendation from board of directors will also hit the market between now and end of the month, that comes around either Thursday next week. That means between now and next week, even over the weekend, we expect to see more corporate action as we speak now. But as we speak, yesterday, the market news, before I go into the market situation place, for yesterday we saw Capri raising a corporate action of 50 kobo. But this morning we have seen fixing also reviewing a corporate action of 50 kobo. That means fixing has grown their payout from 25 kobo they paid the previous year 2020 to 50 kobo. That is almost 100% growth in payout. But still, because of the earnings of almost 1 naira for 7 kobo, they are paying. That means they are retaining more. But the good thing that this company has shown you strength in terms of their number. But when they release their audited number, we'll not see the position of the stock. Also, we are seeing me and Baker announcing also 30 kobo which as expected. I said it earlier before now. I don't expect it to pay anything more than this. The highest they can pay is 35 kobo, which now they have seen with 30 kobo, from me and Baker. Yes, the price has also been a bit stable, but with this dividend, it might start to come out less. If they release their Q1 result is good, we might see another uptick again. But for me, this result. And also, don't forget that UPDC also released the audited account for 2021 also, as we speak at this hour. Also, we are looking at to see more of these corporate actions between now and next week, Thursday, before the month of March finally runs up. But as we speak, we're having 7 losers in the market and 5 gainers. And that means market is also marginally in what what would I say, a mistrend, because we are seeing a positive uptick in terms of the index, while we are seeing a negative trend in terms of market sentiment, having 7 losers and 5 gainers at this hour. But among the 7 losers at this hour, we have livestock topping the lead there, the table there, followed by Charms, Name Insurance, and ICO Insurance, and Nimet Pharmaceutical. These are the ones that are the 5 top losers out of the 7. Also, if you move to the gainers chart, the gainer chart at now, you can see that there's a reversal in R2B school. You can see that R2B school is also trying to split a pattern. If you are studying that stock, whenever I touch around the 60, 65, you see the band again to around 80. You can also watch it, but I will tell you that this stock has no fundamental. It's just market sentiment. You can also trade it if you know how to use your tech analysis, so that you'll be caught in the web. And followed by FTM Cocoa. These are the gainers as we speak. Next is Niger Insurance and the GT Code and GTB. These are the 5 top gainers, and these are the top 5 as we speak now. That's why I said we're already on on a slight negative market bread. But you look at the top trade for the day, or at this hour. The top trade, I would say we're seeing the life of Honeywell leading the top trade in volume, then followed by Fidelity, Zenith Bank, GT Code, and the life of what of UBA. These are the top trade at this hour. You can see the makeup of the market. You see the banking sector dominating the top trade. If you also look at the top gainers as we speak now, GTB and UBA are the first behind the positive trend we're seeing after it was marked down for 2 naira 70 kobo yesterday. That even contributed to the market breaking down the down. GTB and MTN and Flower Mill yesterday lost and the market lost. This one as we speak now, we're seeing GTB coming to the gainer start, and UBA also we expect that this afternoon. I always tell you midday. We expect before the market closed around 2:30 to see more afternoon traders coming back to the market. As they come to the market, that also is going to change the face of the market. But I say that because we're approaching the end of the quarter, we'll see kind of this up and down movement, or what we call oscillation, to continue, especially now that we are seeing the pullback. It's an opportunity for the bargain hunters to take advantage of the pullback, especially in those blue chip companies that has fundamental to pay good dividend and will have their earnings also. Like I said earlier, that this is the time for you to target those companies that are in good, we call strong group stocks, and at the same time those sectors that has some defensive nature in terms of their product, their services, that you can key in and also play safe, or to hedge against inflation and against this volatility we are seeing. Those are the stocks you're going to play defensive as the market goes into the year. We are crossing to the second quarter, then the economic data and also this Q1 number, what we're going to see to guide until another MPC meeting. But you can see now globally we are seeing different central bank monetary policy changing in an uptick just to control inflation that is on the rise. But I believe that we'll watch what's going to happen this period between now and the next MPC meeting. And now, as we speak, I said it earlier that the fixed income market is also struggling, no direction yet. But looking at the treasury bill market, you can see that yield is still dropping down, rate is still dropping. We expect that all this will play out for the market. Yes, as we speak now, market is in green. You can see this a day chart. But let's quickly look at 1 hour chart and see what is happening in this 1 hour chart first before we look at other. But today, we might have to consider to look at the chart of GTB, we look at the chart of Honeywell. We are seeing volume Honeywell, GTB, Honeywell. We also look at the chart of UBA, but I will say also we can look at type of livestock or Nimet. Let's see, but let's look at GT Code, Honeywell, and UBA. We are seeing activities in this these stocks. to know what is happening. But if you look at your 1 hour chart now, you can see that the market, if you look at this, the what we call index action, you can see that it's still trying to come up here, and normally just marginally here. You can see it here for today. Market is at 46,979.33 at this hour now. You can see it here, which is okay. We are watching to see if market can cross back to above 47. That would be a good resistance for the market at this point. But if not, that should not send any panic to you, especially if you are in good stock. But don't forget, this is the time for you to use your stop loss. The very time to use your stop loss. Take away emotion in your decision. Take away emotion. That is why you are a trader investor. Take away emotion, what you want to go, because every investment is against tomorrow or against expectation. That means what we're expecting in these companies are their numbers are hitting the market. If you don't meet your expectation, you quickly exit and move to where you have other things to take and other things that are attracting you there. That is how to play. Don't attack any emotion. Don't look at the brand name. Don't look at whoever that is there. You are there to make money. You are not looking at the name of the manager or the MD. No. Or the brand logo of the company. No. You are the take away emotions from what you are. Don't say Mr. A is in this way. No. Mr. A objective and your own is different. Always let your investment strategy, which are your investment goal, entry and exit strategy, with your stop loss and other technical tools to guide you to manage to manage your fund. This is very, very important. Let's call the indicators that we need here, and these are very important indicators. I show you that ADS because it helps you to confirm the strength behind any trend. You can see that the market is already looking weak. If you look at the ADS I showed you for the general market, you can actually apply it for individual stocks when you are looking at it. But I said earlier, if you want to get more education on how to use these indicators, already Investdata will have what we call Investdata technical toolbox, where you can get those video and watch to teach you on how to use different indicator, MACD, RSI, money flow, all of them, a moving average. They are discussed in that video, so you can get them, and also to go a long way to guide you. But we are practical in using them, so that at the end of the day, you get useful information, because we are using our market to chart, and also you can see the position of the market yourself as it is. We're not telling you story there. Yes, I'm trying to put on indicators so that we can start our chart from here. Yes, this is the market as we speak now. On a 1 hour chart, the market is showing an uptrend, but still slightly below your T line, your trigger line. See that once you cross the trigger line, this on a 1 hour chart is close to the trigger line, not there. Once you cross over, you can also look at it. But if you come down here and look at, you can see that also your MACD on 1 hour chart is not looking very badly. It's not looking bad too much. You can also see the histogram here is trying to cross over, but still bearish on MACD. Then why on 1 hour chart, your volume is still not too attractive now for the market. But the good thing is that if you look at your money flow on 1 hour is still looking up, sharp up. You can see it here, above 50, read around the 65 and thereabout for an hour chart. Let's quickly look at 1 hour chart for the market to see exactly what is happening. If you come here and look at the 1 hour chart, you can see that even here we have noticed that from here to here, that the market has been on kind of a consolidation stage, trying to like side trend, if possible. Let me use that language. Market has crossed is now below the 20 days and also below the T line on top of the low Bodega band, which is also a good sign for you to buy. But I will say you wait for the index to cross also the T line up before you can jump in. And also when this MACD also become bullish, become better and stronger indicators, that means you have stronger technicals. Now the money flow on a daily chart is trying to look up around the 55 at this hour, 55 or 57 6 as to speak now, looking up, which is not too bad for me. But let's quickly look at the life of GTB. Let's see what happened in GT code. Sorry, GT code. Let's see what happened in GT code so that we can quickly also. Yes, this GT code position now. You can see the chart of the GT code. This is a trending stock, but you can see that this stock has suffered losses. Look at the decline here. It didn't go much, but it nearly touched the upper Bodega, but it's saturated for this level. No, not for but you can see as we speak now, GT code is trading below the T line, below even almost resting, but there's the markdown. And this bank has really changed its pattern. before now, in the last 2 years, this demand have not been demand when it comes to this pattern that after markdown, that's the thing is adjusted down, you look up. You can see that even it's struggling at this point now. But this morning it's looking up marginally. Yesterday, ideally before, when the markdown, it took in either anything on top what the new price was. That was the price it was yesterday, and even lower. We have to see that this morning there's kind of an uptick, but getting GTB at 23 naira for me is not a bad one, especially if you are income investor. But for traders, yes, you can see but at this point, but I will confirm, I will jump in when it crosses the T line. I will now be confirmed that it's on uptrend, then we can now take position. Also, if you can look at here that it's already on a strong bearish mode, looking at the MACD. But if you look at your key line, your money flow, you can see that it's trying to look up, but still below 15 and below what and below 50 and below 50 and below 4 below 50 and below 40. That means you need to also hold position as to speak now. But for those that are income investor, all you just need is just for you to take your profit. If you are there, take advantage of this pullback to buy more of GTB, to increase your stake in GTB, which is also good for me. Then on the next, I want to look at what is happening in Honeywell, Nigeria. You see this stock that Honeywell flour mill. Now you want to see what is happening in Honeywell. We're seeing the stock. I've seen the stock at this point. Let's see what is happening there. Let's see what is happening in honey flour. Let's see what is happening in honey flour. Let's see what is happening in honey flour. We're seeing volume in the stock. What's the position of the stock now as we speak? Yeah, I will tell you, we have seen this trend here. You can see it's an uptrend, but we are seeing a kind of movement here. But don't forget, these are the strong resistance level of the stock. You can see around 40, this around 4 naira 47, around 459. Now you can see that there has been the strong resistance level that has not crossed. But as we speak now, the stock is trading around now almost a touch 392 this morning. You can see it from this chart here now. For today, on a day chart, you can see. But I'm seeing that there's a mixed sentiment here or mixed technical, but really positive. What we're seeing from fund entering the stock, you can see it here almost around 60 to 67, 66 now to 67. For me, it's a good one. Above 50, it's a good one. And we're seeing MACD here also looking not bad, too bad here. And the volume is what we're saying that it's leading the volume this morning, and that volume is around 8 to 10 million share traded so far in this stock. There's around 8 million to 9 or 10. So let's watch what is happening. I see that MACD, the stock is still below below the 8 days signal line or T line, the trigger line, and also but with crossing over and coming down. Let's see what the market will close for this stock, and also at all eyes on their third quarter result that will come in April. And at the same time, market looking to get the final information from the regulators and the concerning the merger of this company. Once that comes, you might see rally, because that is where the price they are acquiring and all those stuff, and they say they have gotten already about 70% of the company. Whether they are likely to buy out the minority shareholders, it will not come from the company that is acquiring it. That means investors should keep their eyes on this stock for us to see what is in for them in the next season, any moment from now. Which is a good one. We are seeing a positive uptick in money flow entering the stock now, which I can see in the chart. You can see it here yourself looking up. Then the next one I said we'll look at the life of UBA. But I think we discussed fidelity yesterday. Let's look at UBA that also was marked down, and let's see what UBA is doing. Let's see what UBA is doing. United Bank of Africa. Let's see the position technically. Wow, you can see that UBA is still struggling technically. That this will tell you the sentiment and behind the stock and the psychology. Still struggling after the markdown. You can see it does not move up, even still around the lower Bollinger Band line and below 20 moving average and the T line. You have to wait for a cross before you can jump into the stock. Just watch. That's why it's good to take analysis so that you know exactly not to jump in. Unless you're a long-term investor that want to buy this price, because for traders like me, I want to confirm a breakout before I will also comment. Why I mean a breakout? Because I told you earlier that this T line serve as what, like Fibonacci, that tells you where to anything and not resistance and all that. When you see that the the price action is above the T line, tells you that it's a good time to buy. And when you see the candlestick formation at that particular time, you can jump in. But what I'm saying now, you can still be looking at UBA. For those that are long term, fine. But for me, I will wait to see the confirmation before I can also jump in. MACD is not smiling with the UBA, and also the money flow is not so smiling. There, despite it's still around that 39.40, but it's still looking down in terms of money flow. I mean, so we're not seeing much rush into UBA, especially now that it has marked down. People are looking at others that are expecting to pay dividend, because the dividend have been marked down for UBA. This is the position of the market as we speak now. I think we'll use UBA to run over for today, because our time is high spent. But I believe that for any question you have on this platform since Friday, I said those that ask their question on social media, my team have also responded to them. But those that were unable to ask, that want to join us tomorrow for the question and answer, for you to ask your question, and you have a variety of answers from other professionals in the market, or your other investors in the market and traders in that forum to answer your question. Then it become give you a better understanding. I look forward to see you at the question and answer tomorrow, and also the coming master class that will hold next Saturday. That means tomorrow will be the last question and answer for this month of March, because in the first one of April we'll be having master class. There will be no question and answer. That means all the questions you are free to ask, either through the media, the social media platform that we have. You are free to ask, and also you can also go to our channel to subscribe, so that anything we post from other sources, you can equally get access to them. Look forward to see you at the master class, and tomorrow we can answer. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye. I remain Ambrose.